Bitcoin is currently above 81K. Is the next move 85K or is more downside about to come? Let's find out. Welcome back to FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Right now it's about 3 p.m. Eastern time and the price of Bitcoin is currently at $81,484. And before we go over the top-down analysis, I want to go over this winning trade I gave you guys yesterday on the 1 hour chart. Give you guys this entry at around 80,000. And I said it looks like we're going to flag sideways and wait for the 21 moving average to catch up to price. I gave you guys the measured move of 82,130. We didn't make it there, but we went up as high as 81,712. So that's about a $1,700 move. So congratulations on whoever took this trade. This is a big win for the FlexCandle community. Now we're gonna start off here with the monthly chart. I mean, this closes pretty much in a month, but I just want to show you guys how the stochastics RSI are starting to point up. We're getting above the 50 on the RSI, and look how we're getting this green candle right now. This looks like it's primed to go towards this 21 moving average at $90,000. We head over to the 3-week chart. This closes in the next 5 days and 5 hours, and we're above the 50 moving average currently. Stochastics are low, pointing up. Been waiting for this for a long time. 21 moving average is at 94,536. We're only at 81K, but we could start thinking about us going even up to 90K if things continue to stay bullish. On the 2-week chart, 5 days and 5 hours as well. Last candle, we closed a nice green candle, and now we're getting another green candle with the stochastics pointing up, and the 50 moving average is at 88,590, and it looks like we might be heading there if we continue bullish this week. The weekly chart closes in 5 days and 5 hours, and now we're above the 21 moving average, which is at 76,856, and we're very close now to tapping that 100 moving average at 88,000. Now the stochastics are starting to get toppy, but we could definitely drag here for a while and make it to that 100 moving average, even if from there maybe we reject, maybe retest the 21 moving average and continue going up from there. Now overall, this is on a head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and this could take us down below 30K. Now what we're doing right here is we're basically testing the neckline of the head and shoulder pattern, and that's going to be at around the 100 moving average. If we could get above the 100 moving average and above this 80 moving average, and frankly if we could get above this 50 moving average, the bull market might be back on. We'll negate this head and shoulder pattern. We already took profits on half of this measured move of the head and shoulder pattern, so let's see what ends up happening. Right now we have a double bottom, and the measured move to that does take us to the 100 moving average. So it'll be interesting to see what's going to end up happening. If we do get to the 50 moving average, even if we get rejected, we have to start looking for a possible inverted head and shoulder, left shoulder, head. We get rejected off the 50 moving average, then we make the right shoulder, and from there the bull market might be back on. Now that doesn't mean this is happening right away. This is the weekly, so this is going to take a while. This might be by the end of the year, and starting into next year maybe it'll start the bull market. Let's see what ends up happening. I'm not anticipating nothing crazy just yet. We still have a lot of levels to break through. If we take a look at the 6-day chart, this candle closes in a day and 5 hours, and we're well above the 200 moving average, and we just got above the 21 moving average. Our next stop is this 100 moving average at 92,518. The 5-day chart closes today in the next 5 hours pretty much, and this is bullish, guys. We're above the 21 moving average and we're above the 200 moving average. Our next stop is the 50 moving average at 89,252. So as you can see, everything is showing us that we should be making it at least to 85K and possibly even higher depending on what happens. 4-day chart closes in 3 days and 5 hours. The last candle we closed was a green engulfing candle. These are tweezer bottoms, and right now we're fighting to get above this 50 moving average. We could break above that, and especially if we could break above the 200 moving average on the 4-day chart at 85,414, that's going to be big. 3-day chart, we're above the 21, we're above the 50. The next one that we need to get to is the 80 moving average. We have the gap here in the VRVP, and it shows that we could get to about 89K. The 2-day chart, you guys know I have this in a bear flag, and we're out of the bear flag at the moment. You know, I could probably readjust this in a way where it kind of still shows that we're not too far away from the bear flag, but we're still above it at the moment. But I feel like if we could break above this 100 moving average and hold this as support, this might end up negating the bear flag here. On the 1-day chart, I've been telling you guys we're going to make it to the 200 moving average. Look how close we are. The 200 moving average is currently at 83,445. We're at 81,475. We're basically only $2,000 away from hitting that 200 moving average. The stochastics are starting to get toppy. I feel like we're gonna make it to the 200 moving average, possibly reject, and then we'll probably have to reset and retest this 21 moving average that's currently at 77,000, and hopefully we could get back up from there. So keep that in mind. There could be a rejection here at the 200 moving average. So I still expect this to go up higher, but before reaching 85K and stuff, we might have to reset and test some levels before getting up to 85. Unless, I mean, we could actually just break out and get above the 200 moving average, and then that could end up being a wick and then we come down. That's a possibility too, but I do see us going at least to this 200 moving average. We're very, very close to it. In the 22-hour chart, stochastics are toppy, but we could see that we're still rising up here. Now we are starting to get a little bit far away from the 21 moving average. That's at 77,915. So we might have, like I said, that one more pump to about 83K, and then maybe some rejection will happen. 12-hour chart, you can see we're starting to get far away from the 21 moving average. 8-hour chart, far away from the 21 moving average. Stochastics are toppy. This is very important. When you're far away from the 21 moving average, eventually going to come down, and the stochastics are already starting to get overbought. Now in the 4-hour time frame, we see that the stochastics still do have room to continue going up. The 21 moving average is currently at 79,000. That's going to be good support there. If we lose that, we have the 100 moving average as the last line of defense. That's at 77K. We really don't want to lose 77K, because then that opens up 76K, 74K, 70K. We don't want that. We want to try to hold 78K as support, and worst case scenario 77K. But look, we're starting to get far away from the 21 moving average, so let's see if we get that one more burst up that I'm expecting, and then maybe from there, like I said, we'll cool off. On the 1-hour time frame, we were down on the stochastics, but we can see we're starting to get some curvature back up. We're not too far away from the 21 moving average. That's currently at 80,941, and we've just been going sideways here, so I could see another flag here. Remember, the winning trade I gave you guys didn't make it all the way to 82 yet, so it looks like we're going sideways here, and we're probably going to make the rest of that measured move. I'm gonna create for you guys another flag. As you can see, this takes us to 82,721, pretty close to 83K. This is probably the next move that's going to happen, especially since I'm seeing some curvature here. And on the 15-minute time frame, we see that the stochastics could still go up. They could also roll over. The RSI is kind of rolling over here. We're still above the 21 moving average, which is bullish. We have to be careful that it doesn't turn into a head and shoulder pattern. Left shoulder, head. Maybe this is a right shoulder if we reject and we break this neckline of about 50K at 81,156, then this can end up taking us down back to like 80,500. So we have to be careful with that. But right now, guys, overall, I'm still bullish on Bitcoin. I really do feel that we are going to go up as high as at least this 200 moving average on the daily time frame. Then from there, I would be careful, because then I would expect some type of pullback to happen. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe, and if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.